Hey everybody. Safi and Marco dish out on movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. And it's just Marco here once again. And I'm so pissed that I just wasted 2.5 hours of my life watching The Matrix Resurrections. Yeah, oh, God. Spoiler alert, this movie was a pile of shit. This movie might be the worst thing I've seen all year. It was so bad that I was falling asleep. I didn't even care. There was a certain point where I just completely gave up, and I was like, and I didn't want to stop the movie because I thought maybe there will be some actions at the end, like some action sequences that make up for the shit movie. But no, everything sucked. The action sucked. Everything, just everything. I don't know what they were thinking with this movie. Okay, for starters, I've seen the original Matrix, obviously, or else why the fuck would I watch this? I've seen that one like 2 or 3 times, and I really like the original Matrix. I think it's a good movie. I was kind of worried about watching the second and third one, so I never did. I heard they were terrible, and I saw little glimpses of them when my brother used to watch those movies. I saw a Neo flying, and then I saw some Gatling gun scene or something. I can't remember really because it was just so forgettable. But I thought maybe this new one could be good because it's like, I guess it's like a reboot kinda, and it's I don't know. This was really bad. It's indescribably bad. There's just some movies you can say I can say why this movie's bad because of X, Y, and Z. But with The Matrix Resurrections, it's so bad that I'm at a loss for words. Like, the number one word that I had to describe this movie was unnecessary, because it basically, and now this gonna kind of, I don't, it's a spoiler kinda, I guess, but it's not original. Okay, I'll just say it that way. This movie's not original at all. It's very lame. The story is boring and bad, and it really doesn't have. It's so superficial and such a stupid, dumb story. I don't know I don't know why this had to happen. It was unnecessary. We didn't need this. It was trash. The thing that I felt like after watching this movie was, this is a student film of the Matrix. Some college kid who really loves the Matrix, he's like, you know what would be really cool if we did an edgy version where Neo is he's like in the Matrix, and he's a video game designer, and it's like, oh. That's what I think of this movie, okay? I mean, why? Why was this? What was this? Where was this? I have no idea what this was. I'm so upset that I watched that for 2.5 hours. Nothing happened. People just kept on talking and talking and talking. The first 30 minutes I actually liked a little bit because it seemed like a cool concept, kinda, the way it started. And it seemed almost like a horror movie, the way that, well, I can't spoil that. So, but it seemed a little bit like it could have actually been a really good movie with a better writer and a better director, probably too. And some other things about this movie. Obviously, we're in a woke era, a woke agenda era, and there's tons of agendas in this movie. The whole movie is about the female characters, and that's not a spoiler. I mean, it's just, I mean, obviously it has Keanu Reeves in it, but the whole movie is just a bait and switch, and it's really about the females, and it's just like really, really bad. And the villain for this movie, oh, oh, God. The villain is probably the worst villain of the whole year, and he was basically a twirly mustache villain sitting in a chair at some points going like, you think that's gonna work? I don't think so. The whole movie. And it's like, this is not good. Like, this is not good. Like, who thought this was good? That's the question nowadays. I talk every single video almost about bad scripts, bad writing, bad character development, bad stories. But the real question is, what kind of an idiot looks at this script and says, "Oh yeah, this is really good"? I mean, the people who okayed the script and who okayed this movie, they must have been high. Like, seriously, I mean, this was really bad. Like, I wouldn't recommend seeing this. I would rather... What would I rather do? Like, this movie was 2.5 hours, but somehow this was more boring than Zack Snyder's Justice League. Like, that's how bad this was. How is it that a 2-hour movie could be more boring than a 4-hour movie? Like, that's just ridiculous. There were so many moments where I was fading in and out of sleeping, and I was so upset, so disappointed. I wanted to throw up. Now, I will say, Keanu Reeves was good. He would have been a lot better with a better script, obviously, as usual. And then I really love Carrie-Anne Moss, as usual. So I guess, like, oh yay, the two things about this movie that we knew that were going to be good were good. Yay. Like, like, yay, that's something to celebrate. I'm so glad that these two actors who everyone knows should be really good in everything they're in nowadays were good. I will say, I liked the guy who played the new Morpheus, whatever he was. I liked him, actually. I thought that he was pretty cool, actually, and he could have been in the movie more, I guess. I mean, that's not a spoiler either. I'm just saying, like, in general, like, even like if they make another movie, he could be in it more. He could come back. I don't know. They're basically, this is the fourth one, and it basically just feels like they could just do this over and over and over again. Like, this was rehashing, this was unoriginal, and it's like they were showing flashbacks to the first movie while they were ripping the movie off on screen. Like, they would literally have the movie playing in the background, and then in the foreground they would be doing that same scene, and it's like, oh, why I don't want to see this. Like, it's just bad. It's really bad. Oh. And then you had the guy from Mindhunter, and he was okay, actually. I mean, he wasn't that bad. And then what was really sad was Jessica Hemwick was in this, and she's in the Iron Fist series, which was an underrated Netflix series, and she felt kind of wasted as this, like, at first she was this blue-haired, like, trash character. I was like, ugh, gross, a character with blue hair. But then she actually has regular hair. I was like, oh, thank God. But other than that, like, this movie, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know what this was. I don't know who this was made for. There were some really shitty story choices in this movie. There was a lack of action. There was a lack of anything. I mean, I don't know, like, how could some, like, if I tried to write this out as a script, I would fall asleep on the keyboard. That is how fucking boring this shit is. Matrix Resurrections? More like Matrix Dead Forever, because I would never watch another Matrix movie again after this shit. I mean, what? So now I'm going to rate this movie in terms of food. Now, here's the thing. Have you guys ever eaten anything that's rotten on accident? And now I can't really specify a particular time because I don't care. This movie sucks. And we've all had that one time where we've eaten fast food or we've eaten something and it tastes off and then we're sick the whole night, sick the next day with food poisoning. That's what this movie is. When you go to a fast food place and you have some food, it tastes bitter, it tastes gross, there's some sort of a gray area where it just tastes like just putrid trash. That's what this is. It is a dead, you're just eating something rotten. And then you get sick, you're vomiting everywhere, you're having diarrhea all over the copy of this movie, hopefully, just everywhere. Like, do not see this trash movie. Do not waste your time. Even if you watch it on HBO Max at home, do not waste your time watching this fucking garbage movie, because this is not Matrix. This is shit tricks, okay? I have nothing good to say about this movie except for those couple of acting performances. That's it. Fuck this movie. Fuck these people for making me watch this 2.5 hour long fuckfest of fucking lame ass talking. I mean, if I wanted to watch these actors talk, I would have watched their red carpet interviews. I would have watched their press junket interviews rather than watch this fucking movie for 2.5 hours. I would rather play a Matrix video game right now. At least I'd be doing something. I mean, guys, don't watch this movie. But, do you know what you should do? You should subscribe to my channel. And like this video. And comment and tell me what you thought of the new piece of shit Matrix Resurrections. Ugh. Ugh. I just hate this movie so much. And it's hard to describe because, you know, I'm not really a huge Matrix fan. Like, if I was a Matrix fan, I would have been so pissed off. This would have been an hour-long rant. But I'm just a casual fan, so it's like I could take it or leave it. So anyways, goodbye everybody. See you soon.